Wizards come up with a steal. Howard runs the break. Hamilton waits, gives it up. Nice pass to Howard. Again, Popeye Jones. He sees the court, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's done some very positive things out here at both ends of the court, showing unselfish play and assisting Juwan on that last basket.
23 points for Howard, 12 in the quarter, and the restless fans at MCI Center beginning to get verbal. Air ball, Jones saves it. Hamilton runs the break. Rip. No call. He got bumped. Leonard Hamilton turns around and says, how can they not call that? That is the end of the third quarter. TS coverage of Wizards basketball being brought to you tonight by your local area Mercedes-Benz dealers and by Southwest Airlines. Log on for low fares at southwest.com, a symbol of e-freedom. Checking the Verizon statistics through three quarters of basketball tonight.
Well, you can see the stat here. The Grizzlies having 10 more field goals than Washington and then shooting 52%. That's going to be hard to beat unless they change it around. 16 for 17 from the line. Good shooting there for Washington, and they're limiting the free throw attempts by Vancouver, but rebounding drastically in the Grizzlies' favor. Also turnovers, 14 and 13. Washington getting 22 points off of the 14 turnovers by Vancouver. Both teams having 4 3-pointers made.
I guess at some point, you know, you ask yourself if the road trip, which was a long one, getting back at 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, and also that very draining victory, including a draining game in Dallas, even though it was a loss. How much does it take out of a team? How much does it take out of a player?
Well, I mean, you can point to anything in this league and say that takes something out of you. It's just a matter of recovering. They did have yesterday off, so they had a chance to get their bodies back in shape, and, or at least in condition for this particular game. Keep in mind, these are the best conditioned athletes in the world, really. I mean, this sport is grueling. You got to be prepared for it.
Popeye Jones called for a foul, and let's check with Chick.
Guys, Leonard Hamilton in that last timeout told his team it's a very tenuous situation. Play hard for the next 5 minutes. We're still in contact with the Grizzlies. Play hard for 5 minutes, and we can get this thing turned around.
He's right, because they're down by 13. Had they perhaps gotten a call at the
shot anyway. So
right.
Couldn't have been a 3-point play.
Stromile Swift was here last weekend to participate in the dunking contest. Rookie from LSU, his career-high 15 this year at Denver, was taken by Vancouver after his sophomore season at LSU, the second pick overall in the draft. Foul on the handoff, and it's called against Strickland.
More contact on that ring.
Draft rights were traded to Indiana. He played with Detroit, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Minnesota. His final year of NBA ball in 89-90. Bibby races, they lay it up, and Swift is fouled.
Well, they continue to stay on their horse, pushing it up, basically a 4-on-1 fast break.
11 minutes, 10 seconds to play in regulation. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, Chick Hernandez back with you Thursday night against Sacramento from here at the MCI Center. See Chris Webber and Jason Williams. Michael Smith throws it out to Nesby. Nesby, that's good if it goes, but it's partially blocked, and a 24-second violation against Washington.
Oh, what a block. I'm guessing that was Swift. I couldn't keep an eye on who that was, but they were about 4 or 5 feet away from Nesby to get up there and block the shot.
Sidney turned 41 last month, played his high school ball at DeMatha. One of the many to come out of that program. Morgan Wooten.
And they're still coming out of that program.
Yeah. Joe Forte. Morgan Wooten going into the Hall of Fame. Mahmoud Abdurraouf in his 8th year from LSU. Didn't play last year. He last played in Sacramento in 97-98. Played in Turkey in 98-99.
Player since he's been there, their leading scorer, but you've got to have that secondary player, have somebody like Bibby who can create. Keep in mind, he's 5th in the league in assists. And he's also scores at a good pace as well, 16 a game.
Nice defensive job by Mitch. Knocked the ball out of bounds. 10 on the shot clock. Swift drives on Smith, and Popeye the rebound. Hamilton spots up. Bibby.
Well, that number's now.
They need a hoop badly.
Yeah.
Nice pass to Jones. Mitch Richmond gets the assist, and Popeye the easy basket. Lead is 14.
What I was thinking, Steve, is when you're not shooting the ball exceptionally well, I mean, that's the time it's really good. If you don't have those fast break with the short shots and layups, it's really good to run your offense because, number two, you get a chance to get some offensive rebounds, and Washington hasn't had any offensive rebounds. Therefore, you see Vancouver getting defensive rebound after defensive rebound and then pushing it up for fast break opportunities.
Nesby's short jumper is good. The answer is Tony Massenberg. Massenberg, the former Turk, has come off the bench to score 10 points in this game, looking good tonight. He's only missed one shot in 6 attempts. Abdul-Rauf knocks it down.
You've got to really point to their bench tonight. They've had players, Mahmoud, we've talked about Strickland, Tony Massenberg, Stromile Swift, all coming off the bench and providing some real solid play for them.
Richmond wheeling in the lane, gets pushed and... So Washington's coming off a victory Sunday at Denver. Vancouver comes off a victory Sunday at Minnesota. They've won 4 in a row, the best ever for them. And a lot of talk about this team not being in Canada.
Yep, after this season.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf with 13 points in the game. He's 5 of 7. That was a dagger. 17-point Grizzly lead, threatening to sweep the season series against Washington as Stromile Swift is called for a foul. Remote control, maybe. Wizards 22 of 23 from the free throw line, but it hasn't helped them much tonight. Massenberg tipped away by Michael Smith. Offensive foul on Washington, and it's on Juwan Howard.
But those are the turnovers that really kill you. You don't even get a chance to attack the basket, maybe force some fouls. Washington shooting their free throws so well, it would help them to get to the line. Plus, you kind of slow that game clock down.
Which is at 7:23 and counting right now. Former Chris Jackson knocks down another. He's got 15 points, 9 in the quarter. So the Wizards are the who in 1995 had a career-high 51 points against Utah. Dickerson drives and scores. Richmond the other way, no call. Howard, and he got fouled, will go to the line.
I think Mitch has the right idea. Things are not going well from the outside, so he's taking it strong to the basket, seeing if he can get to the free throw line. Had some contact there, but Sharif on top of the ball.
Foul was on Swift. And Juwan Howard, who is 11 of 17 from the floor tonight, has 26 points and shooting his free throws well. 4 of 5 from the line. He's got the only miss for this Wizards team and knocks that one down. 27 points in the game for Juwan Howard. 15-point Vancouver lead. They've pretty much maintained it throughout this half. The Wizards got as close as 13 at one point. Richmond missed again. Wow. Mitch has missed all 10 of his shots. Nesby connects, though, a three-pointer. And that cuts it to 12, which is as close as they've been in a while.
Well, they've got to do some things defensively now to get themselves back in this game.
Abdul Rahim gets the roll. Getting into the paint a little bit too easy. So the Wizards cut it to 12 since closest they've been since early in the third quarter. Michael Smith's short jump hook good.
Once again, good ball movement. They got the ball inside, didn't have what they want, kicked it out quickly, then swung the ball. Then they got the easy entry pass.
Leonard Hamilton urging his team. He realizes they're within striking distance if they can play a little defense, but Howard called for the foul.
Got to get 2 or 3 straight stops and see if they can regain some momentum and slow the momentum down of this Vancouver team. They're smelling their 5th straight win.
And time is running out. 5:39 to go in regulation.
Turkoglu, Stojakovic, Vlade Divac.
17 points for Mahmoud Abduraouf. 11 in the quarter. Every time the Wizards get within striking distance, Vancouver answers. Howard jump hook, no good. Nice job by Michael Smith, who calls timeout as he gets the ball. Man, that guy is Mr. Hustle. I love the way he plays, Phil. You don't think you got a chance for the basketball, and all of a sudden, number 34 is in your picture.
Yeah, well, that goes back to what we were talking about before. I think you've got to give players like Michael Smith, Popeye Jones some credit, along with Jahadi White, Juwan Howard, for the inside play. Washington going with the small lineup. You've got to have some big men to control the inside area and coming up with loose balls and rebounds like the one you just saw there by Michael Smith. Those are important possessions.
Nesby, nice move, block, and foul.
Had to fight back and win it down the stretch.
Big country. Mitch will push it up. Going around everybody, throws a wild shot, no good. Michael Smith, loose ball foul. The 4th three-pointer of the game for Chris Whitney. 82nd on the season. Whitney knocked it out of bounds, and they say it's off Big Country and goes back to Washington.
Good hustle by C. Witt. Went after that loose ball and at least was able to knock it back in off of Reeves' leg.
3:40 to go, regulation. Whitney again. Got it! Another three-pointer for Chris Whitney. And it cuts the lead to 9, and Sidney Lowe wants time. Guy just ran onto the court, and one of the security men very swiftly removed him with very little fanfare.
Very swift. Never saw it.
That's right.
Well, they need to stop here.
But Nesby is called for a foul, reaching in on Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Well, Chris Whitney has 5 three-pointers in the game. He is 1 three-pointer away from tying his career high, which he set this season on January 9th against Seattle when he hit 6 of them. Sharif Abdul-Rahim, an 82% shooter at the line. Knocks it down. He's played all 5 years with Vancouver. 3rd player taken overall by the Grizzlies in '96 after just 1 year of college ball at California. Makes them both. Averaging 20.6 points a game, 21st in the league. Hamilton off the screen. Can't get the roll. They fight for it. Richard pulls it down. Into the lane, fadeaway jumper, no good. Reeves the rebound. That was big.
Yeah.
Michael Smith complaining that Reeves knocked him out of bounds. Now they double team Bibby.
Well, they didn't get that ball over just in time.
Just barely.
14, yeah.
Right at the 14 mark, and Whitney called for a foul. Get back to within that. Whitney has 5 and misses, trying to tie his career high. Short. Nesby called for the foul.
Get a streak of shots to go down. Plus, they have not successfully stopped Vancouver from scoring. Was that a 3?
No, went 1 of the 3, but his foot was on the line. 2-point field goal. 21 in the game for Chris Whitney, including 5 3-pointers.
They got Bibby that time. Good call. Good pressure by Whitney.
Offensive foul on Mike Bibby.
Sometimes when somebody's that close up in you, it's just a natural instinct to push them off, and that's what the official saw.
Again, the Wizards can get under 10 here with a bucket. 1:35 to go, but now Michael Smith, the official, says an offensive foul is called on Richard Hamilton. That hurt. Long underneath, lost it, and turned it over. Whitney in between players, kicks it out to Nesby for 3. No good. And that's another offensive foul.
That would be the number 5 on Sharif.
Again, Michael Smith contesting him, and he was the cause of that foul.
Yeah. Take another look of it. Mike reaching in.
.106 to play, and the lead is 11. Wizards need mucho points. Muy rápido. That's a little of that 12th grade Spanish coming through. You impressed, Phil?
Very. Makes it so bad as I understood what you said. And I don't speak Spanish.
Whitney fires, got it, and ties his career high with 6 3-pointers in the game. 24 for Whitney. The lead is 8. Whitney's got 11 points in the 4th quarter. Watching his team. Wizards are led by Juwan's 27, Whitney 24, including 6 3-pointers, and Mitch Richmond, who's got 8 points tonight, all on free throws. He's missed all 11 of his shots from the outside. Let's send it over to Chick Hernandez.
Well, guys, you know he's the hottest guy for this Wizard team, and Chris Whitney drew up his own play with Leonard Hamilton, so look for Whitney to take the 3.
The lead is 10. Howard drives and can't get it off the glass, and then fouls Grant Long. Vancouver. Whitney working hard to get that 3, fires and misses. Was contested defensively right in his face, and Hamilton fouls out Durauf. Yeah, they're 7th in the league in that department. Hamilton's short fadeaway, no good. Michael Smith is there and puts it up and in. And Nesby fouls Dickerson. A little short on the 3 ball. Howard another rebound, kicks it out to Nesby for 3. That's short, and that will do it. Abdul Rahim pulls it out on Whitney and says nighty-night. Vancouver Grizzlies have won for the first time in Washington, D.C. in 5 games. They improved their record to 18-36 overall, while the Wizards fall to 13-41 on the season. 5 straight wins for Vancouver, best in franchise history.